multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com. Join with people from around the world, praying 15 minutes Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 667-770-1402, code 974-8029#. The MBN Network is a nonprofit organization based in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a streaming, radio, and ministry network funded by a network of partners that are professionals, technicians, entrepreneurs, and entertainers from around the world. Become a member of Patreon today at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live to gain access to all that the NBN Network has to offer. On Sundays, tune in for prayer, prophecy, and coaching call. Available for Patreon members only. Join in on the morning meditation and prayer call open to the public Monday through Friday. On Monday evenings, catch the digital entertainment news show, Larry Reid Live, as Dr. Reid discusses an array of topics with a raw, humorous, and controversial approach. Get informed and inspired on Tier 2 Tuesdays for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the virtual prophets, pastoral counselors, and coaches available for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Participate in Therapy Thursdays and Financial Fridays for all tiers inside of Patreon only. Saturdays, rest and be with your family. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today.
We're about to have a conversation. Hey, what's up? Larry Reid here. I have something that I want to discuss, and it's the morning, so excuse my little swollen face. It's the result of a interview that I did on yesterday, and so I want to have this quick conversation. I'm going to ask that you will share this live with other people. If you have a pastor or you know a pastor or a public figure, an actor, an artist, send this to them so that they can hear what I got to say. I got an appointment, so I can't be here long. But let me say this. The reality is, when it comes to a public figure and when it comes to a pastor or artist or some level form of celebrity, whether that's local, national, international, when it comes to their personal sex life and when it comes to their relationships, this is the truth, that it ain't none of our business. It really ain't none of our business. And if you've been following me for many, many years, you know I've been saying that. In spite of me being a commentator, talking about what is public. At least that's the way I do it. I wait till it become public. So I depend on certain outlets like TMZ. Really the reality, I'm about to name all of those outlets, but a lot of times just you're sending it to my email, you're tagging me in it, I see it and decide if I want to talk about it. In spite of me being a commentator, I got good sense and I live a regular life. And now after doing this so long, I've sort of became known for either doing this or acting in something or my music or a book or something, or running around preaching and stuff for many years. Speaking. I also got my own following, so I understand both sides. And I still say, in spite of commentary and talking about what is public being my job, it ain't really our business. But when it becomes public, then it's up for conversation. But I want us all to understand that it really ain't our business in real life. Just social media. And talking about commentary is a job and it's an industry. I mean, you've been watching it for years, even before the internet came about. Extra, you will watch that. You will watch 60 Minutes. You will watch Larry King Live, same thing. But on social media, it's sort of, you're able to go too darn far and get all the way in folk business and get into their personal life. But I want us to understand that in spite of us reading it online and being entertained by finding out what ain't our business to know, it ain't our doing business. And when it comes to, because I was interviewing someone yesterday and I heard, it was the Preachers of LA. Y'all know the Preachers of LA. So Bishop Noel Jones, his now wife, Ron Gibson, Diedrich Hatton, Wayne Chaney, who just went through divorce. A lot of that stuff that they've been going through have been online, and I've even talked about it. I talked about Loretta and Bishop Jones. I talked to someone that alleged that Bishop Jones had a child that he wasn't in their life. However, did find out that was true. Stacey Francis, I think is her name. We knew that Wayne Chaney had divorced Maisha. Maisha came and spoke for my then wife at our church then in Raleigh, Durham. So I know her and respect both of them. And even Noel Jones. And I must say it's a newfound respect because I watched the first 2 episodes of Preacher LA and Come On Tonight on In the Black Network, Merge TV. So you got to download that app to your phone, In the Black, and then cast it to your TV to watch it. Some of your TV may actually pull up the app. You can watch it straight through the TV. But anyway, so someone asked me, said, how come you didn't say anything to Noel Jones about his child? Because we know how you are about fatherlessness, and you talk about Jamal whenever the opportunity come up, and I've talked about William Murphy and his relationship with his children, and many other pastors that I don't name anymore. I can legally name. I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. But I talk to them. I understand their plight. I don't agree with burying and hiding a child. But that's really your business unless or until you come out here and totally lie about it. I'm not going to put it in my face like that. It's probably better for you not even mention it than somebody ask you a direct question and then you lie. Just skate around it. I'll say, okay, next question, I ain't talking about that. But anyway, well, who the pastor is fucking ain't really our business, and who you fucking ain't really our business. It's not. But we are entertained by knowing what we should not know, the taboo, and it's just the truth. It's our humanity. I'm not gonna call it toxic, or I'm not gonna call it right. It just is. So it's really not nobody's business. Somebody asked me a question about, you did the Jake's coverage, and you were, very direct with Jake's, as far as what these different accusers is saying. If you watch my platform, I was telling Jake's team how to handle the accusers, to disappear it out of the media. And a lot of you got mad with me about that. I also told the truth about the evidence I had seen from Manasseh. And I know the whole story. You do not. I only focused on one part because I don't want to mix up their opportunities of filing a lawsuit. This should be could be filing the complaint any day, or we could be finding out that there's been a settlement any day. And either way, when I find out, I'm gonna tell y'all because I started to discuss it a lot on the internet. But the reality is that ain't even our business. It's just not our business. It's really not our business. But it is public, and we have been discussing it. And I just want to say this to the pastors that are listening to me. You and me, we have a great opportunity to help a whole lot of different people. And I know you love the work. I know you love to keep people inspired and happy and positive, but at the same time, those may turn right around and harm you, do you wrong. And so I want you to wear your calling loosely to protect your humanity from the pains of betrayal, neglect, accusation, and things of that nature. It's going to happen. Church doing good, they're going to praise you. Church doing bad, it's all your fault. People lives doing good, they're going to praise you, never leave you. Oh, it's the best thing. Be a brand advocate. Then their life go down, and now it's your fault. And they want all their money back for what they did to you. I mean, it's just as it is. So, pastors, I want to tell you, and celebrities, and people that are high profile, and people that buy your music and stream and holler your name and see you out in the public and want to take pictures with you. Don't you let that stuff go to not to your head, although that could be another conversation, but don't let it go to your heart. Because those very same people, not all of them, and there'll always be more for you than against you, but some of those people can be key people that you spend time with, or can just be people that you just know in a distance, but it still can injure you. Wear your calling, the pros and the cons, the highs and the lows, loosely, and separate your humanity for your wellness, not just to protect yourself or to protect your heart. I don't know if we should walk around trying to protect our heart and our humanity all the time. That puts us in a certain space. But definitely for your wellness, let me say it like that. Take care of yourself. And take care of your mind. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, hold on. This is Larry Live. I'm about to go into into praying in tongues. God will get the inspiration. Sorry, so sorry. It is early morning, so I'm fresh out my prayer time. But anyway, I'm so sorry. Oh my Lord Jesus. I mean, just before I was just about to go all the way in. Okay, so Larry, there's no other place I want to be. Hallelujah. Okay, let me get to that. But yeah, keep take care of yourself. Don't pay attention. Who was here the other day? Who was with me? Somebody was hollering my name. I said, I don't pay attention to the praises, and I don't pay attention to the boos. And because a lot of times it's the same people. People are just flaky like that. So let me be very clear about what I am saying and what I'm not saying. I'm not saying what Will McCrae said when he was on the show. Those are hoes and those bastard children. I understand why he's saying what he's saying. However, I do not agree. I think the people who are true and real victims of toxic leadership, the women who get pregnant and have these children, hoping, praying, and thinking one day that it's going to be something it's never going to be. I hear all that, and even the child itself, I hear and I see all that. And I also see it from the preacher standpoint. Noel says something, and you saw it, he bust down crying. He said, I can't get it wrong this time. So I know I took a long time to marry Loretta, but this is the reason why. I had a war with myself, war with my beliefs, then the concern about how things will be affected. I understand. I done did that because I was divorced. I've been divorced. I know what it feels like for people to be in your business. Granted, me and Lisa went on live, on Larry Live, and on our church stream, and we told the people that we were getting a divorce. It's not the first time we've had to have that conversation. And our marriage was not all bad, but it wasn't all good either. It was up and down, and she was separated a lot in our marriage due to her job and also mine, the work. So that's not on her, just the careers. So we were up and down. We was in the same house, and people did not know that we were living. And I'm not talking about her having a bedroom, me having a bedroom. We were living separate, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, living and sexually at times, living separate. You know, that wasn't everybody's business. I mean, but those right around us, I mean, they knew whoever she would tell and whoever I trusted within the ministry at the time and myself, and was around myself. So, but it really wasn't nobody business. And we shared more openly than anybody I know that has shared. And God knows I shared too much. I mean, I done this live recently. No, I do not have, I only have 2 exes. I don't have an ex. I know y'all listen to the internet and people's story. That's their story. But I don't have any exes except for Reid. Jesus. Shouldn't change the name back. Elisa Dunn. And I won't say the other person's name because they married now, but she's done got married. She's my ex-fiance, so I'm not going to share that. And that's it. I don't have any exes except for the exes that I had prior to getting married, which half of them name I can't remember. Lisa remember their name because she remember when I was dating them. Anybody else that say they're my ex, this is probably somebody I foruked, and they missed my ping, and their significance is tied to the fact that they swallowed so many of my children. That's for you in the comment. They're talking about I got an ex. Let's let people call whatever they want to call themselves. But if I won't ever end no relationship with you, we won't end no relationship. You just got the pin. Now I can hear y'all asking, well, when did it happen? When was divorce? My marriage was off and on, good and bad times. I got my story, she got hers. But it ain't nobody's business. But since folk telling their own version out here, I just tell you that. But anyway, but see, that's what I'm saying. Okay, Jakes and Sarita. Let's suppose he does have extracurricular activities with men. I ain't never seen the physical act. I just seen the communication. Anything else is a speculation. And by that communication, I know he's interested in men. I don't have no problem with that. Some of you have a problem with that. My problem is getting on stage lying about it and saying everything that they saying is not true. He should have never said that. And I told him before not to say that. And he did it in a different way. That's the problem. Because the reality in Sarita and Jake's marriage, if what I'm saying is true, and what others have said, speculated is true, she could know about that. And me and you just don't know that she know about it. And she don't want me and you to know that she know about it, but okay with it. You know, because everybody's marriage is different. Y'all, that ain't our business. It's not our business, really. It's really not our business at all. It really is not. However, it gets out in the public and we just discuss. But I don't want any of us to forget that it really ain't our business. I mean, because if you want to judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So let's look at this. Let's look at Bishop T.D. Jakes. Let's look at Manasseh. Look what Manasseh has done in the prophetic and been a member of the first family of prophecy. Let's look at Jakes and what he has done Both of these people are men of God, or however you want to view it. These are black men with great business acumen and great gifting, and they have helped a lot of people. So we can't just look at people just in whatever it is that they're dealing with, but we have to look at the full person. We begin to see, get a good picture. Okay, let's look at Jamal Harrison Bryant. Okay. I'm having 7 children, 4 or 5 baby mamas. Okay. Single, not married. I don't remember one of these children happened while he was married, but let's look at his contribution. Now, I don't know his ministry at Luke, so y'all gotta help me, but I think he's like an advocate for is it NAACP or something like that? He do something like that, and he's a good speaker, and somebody gets inspired by what he says and does. So we can't just look at the whoredom alone. I'm not saying we can't judge Jakes, we can't judge Jamal by their character and the content of their character and what they have done, but we also, or allegedly done, but we also have to look at the fruit, to then make a judgment. But I know we ain't gonna do that. We get caught up in the stories. We get caught up in, oh my God, the juiciness, and we get entertained by it, by knowing stuff we shouldn't know. But I'm gonna tell you this here. It's easy to laugh and be entertained and click and comment, but if you ever end up doing something significant and you become the public figure, then you're gonna be able to see on all different sides. Right now, you just looking from the outside. Yeah. Somebody said whoredom is hilarious. That's what it is. I don't know nothing else to call it. I mean, if I was doing that, y'all wouldn't let me get off like that. Because people do have favorite celebrities or public figures, and then those they don't really like. Listen, man, I have been dragged worse on the internet for what I never did than what people who really did stuff have been. For years upon years. And y'all just knowing me, but this has been going on my whole life, because I've always, I was the different one out of my mama's children, and probably the worst one at the time. Then when you look at my mama's sisters and her children, I still come up as the worst one. This is about back then. Then if you look at the first cousin, the bigger family, because there are hundreds of us, I'm still one of the standout worst ones, or the standout one because of a talent, ability that I had, or something I said and did, or how I showed up. I've always been the topic of conversation, speculation, accusation. Like my sister said in my documentary, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, but Larry always chose the wrong way. Now that's by her definition and the definition of the community. It wasn't wrong, but it's different than what y'all wanted me to do. So it put me in a position to always be dealing with some bullshit. So I'm used to it. But your average person will be broken and will break under the pressure of being a public person. So you might only can see it from the outside, but I see that thing on both sides. And I have to count it up like this. And I say this to preachers and public figures and artists and actors. You're privileged. And you have to look at people being in your business or lying on you or whatever, stalking you even, as part of the job. It's one, and look at it as a benefit, a reward, a sign that what you do well. for your wellness. Remember I'm talking about for your to protect you, not to protect yourself, but for your wellness. Put that on your mind so that you can stay well. Somebody said, well, come by my whoredom, Larry. Ain't judging. Man, it should be that I can develop. I wouldn't just meet with you to have sex with you. Cause my spiritual belief is, and I know you're not serious, Jessica, but my spiritual belief is this: if I do not have a covenant, a relationship, a real connection, I ain't got no business having sex with you. So meeting up one night stands is just not happening. I don't care what I said to you in response to your nude picture or nasty comment in my inbox or on my page. I'm just talking. That's why you spend all these years, you still ain't seen me. Come just bring my mouth. Ain't nothing, it's nothing, I don't know you. I don't know your ass. Literally. I don't know where it's been, who been in it, and what it's filled with. And I'm not putting my golden tip scepter that God has given me through my mom and my dad and my uncles, and putting it in where it's been rummaged through and thousands of miles and so many bodies and so many people you've swallowed. Nope. You still with them. I got to learn you. That's how come I'm sitting right here now without a deadly transmittable disease, because Larry is just, I overthink. You call it what you want to call it. I do stuff, you can say I'm paranoid, but the way I do vitamins and sprays and protective stuff, and I look at my mama, that's where I get it from. But I'm not doing that. I'm not rummaging behind the 159 people that you done let run through your whole soul and body and your soft middle part. I am not participating in that. The only way I would do that is I have to get to know you, and maybe we really connect in a certain way, and it's as if I can't see all the bodies that you full of dead men's bones. And, you know, that's how, for me, it's not going to work outside of a relationship, a covenant, some kind of tie, because I'm not even going to be able to get to her. No, I don't care. Listen, this has literally happened to me. A beautiful couple. Oof, I got a burp. A beautiful couple invited me to their room. This happened years ago. People right around me know. And I was somewhere, I had to be preaching or singing or maybe some business. And I went to a hotel and I went down to the bar. I don't know what fucking that even say down there at the bar where the Honda cars are. Went down there at the bar in the hotel. And what I thought was a great, beautiful business and money conversation, you know, just exhilarating. You know, I love a conversation. And then, so we're going to go back to the room, we couldn't drink. I'm like, all right, we're going to go back to the room. Went up there to them because they had a penthouse. And at that time, I don't think I was getting penthouses and presidential suites. But I had a nice room. But I didn't have what they had. Beautiful couple. Beautiful. Got in there and just talking to them. The next thing I know, one go to the bathroom, come out scantily dressed. And then the wife went in and did the same thing. I said, everything in my sexualizations, and you got spiritualization, but then a sexualization, called situation was sexual. Everything began to, like, it's as if the sexual nastiness that they was conjuring and about to try to invite me in to participate in, something in my sexualization, like, ooh, this is great, let's get ready. And I felt that thing stand up. I said, no, wait a minute. Is that what about to happen? I said, let me throw this. That's not my mind. I'm just because it came out scantily dressed. You know, the situation, nice sweet, and there's strawberries and pineapples and grapes, you know, just to eat. I mean, a little wine and everything, just so nice. So I throwed it off. I should have thrown it off quicker, because then I had to get the line. Because when it was like, you know, they start kissing and however, you know, and then, you know, come join. And see, now I'm in a situation. I'm like, oh. wait a minute. I'm getting a phone call. I'm coming right back. Give me the room key. I come right back. Okay, all right, come right back. We're waiting for you. As far as I know, April the 23rd of 2024, they still waiting on me to come back in that room. No, sir. No, y'all no, thank you. No, thank you, ma'am, sir. I got the hiccup out of Dodge. I don't know how I got into this conversation, but anyway, like I was saying, what I was saying is that it ain't really none of our darn business. It really is not. However, we're talking about what is public, but I don't want us to forget this really ain't our business. Unless the person has harmed somebody, committed a crime that we all didn't know about to stay away from these folks. That, aside from that, ain't nothing that's really our business. Two adults, grown people, exploring each other's bodies and sexualizations ain't our real our business. It really is not. Even if that person is married, because we do not know if there's some kind of understanding agreement, or maybe they're still legally married but ain't together, but in the same house because for sake of ministry. I mean, we don't never know. Don't really never know. So I wasn't going to bring up, that's what started this, asking Cheney inappropriate, and when I say inappropriate, what I mean is a question that will make him feel uncomfortable when he is healing from divorce. And I didn't want to say, Noella's got married to Loretta. I'm sure she know if there's another child or however. I'm pretty sure they got some kind of arrangement and somebody's taking care of that. Or maybe not. But that ain't the time for me to be like, you got a child, da-da-da-da, or you got an ex-wife, and they ain't only been 2 years, why is you dating? That wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. And I'm never going to do anybody like that. And y'all ain't never seen me do anybody like that. Y'all seen somebody come in my studio and try to come at me, shouting out my address, and I stayed calm, and I let it be and continue my line of question. I'm just not going to do people like that. I've been raised right. So I just ain't going to do it. Even if I possibly need to come a certain kind of way. I just think that, you guys, I have to have that thing hit. Or there has to be something else in play for me to do that. It's just not my natural. My natural is that if you want to lie and you don't want to address, go right on, I'm listening. Really? Okay. And I know the whole time there's something else. Oh, I don't agree and think you absolutely a fool and stupid. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, yes. That's how I do in my real life. So that's how I do in the interview. I'm not going to. And I told them that if you watch that clip on Preachers in LA, at the beginning, I said, my show is my show. Me talking to you now, I want to know, and I have real questions. I'm not doing the show. Even if it was on my show, that's how I handle. That's how I handle Nene Leakes. That's how I handle John Gray wife. That's how I handle Leandra, Yolanda, Tamar Braxton. When Iyanla Vanzant called in, Devon Franklin. Then the list go on and on. Deidre Hatton, Vicky Winans. I handled these people properly. Denise Clark of the Clark sisters that nobody knew existed. I mean, I know how to handle. I like people. I don't hate people. I love people. And I treat people well. All right. All right, so what was somebody going to say? Somebody said, hey, Melba, how you doing? Love you. Please take care of yourself. We enjoy seeing you. Oh, Darius Cooks was in here? What did he say? I know he came here and said something crazy. For your information, get on prep, people. Number 6 years in, he kept me. Darius, I've been telling men and women this for a while. And let me tell you what, I've shared this. I have received a prophecy. Oh, no, I can't tell that because that's going to tell somebody else's business. I can tell it like this. Because this is a true story, but it's altered the high folk business. I received a prophecy that there was an STD that was visiting my house. So that means my community. And the prophet was like, I don't know if this for you or somebody around you, but I'm just telling you this. And I said to myself, I said, it took a lot for me to get there with somebody to where I can even get an STD. Ask me what I did. Hey, what's up, Doc? Going, yeah, like how I covered your situation. I love people, y'all. I'm gonna treat people right, even if I don't agree with them. I do know my jokes and stuff. It'd be a lot. But anyway, do you know what Larry did? In response to Darius Cook, I called my doctor. I said, send me prep and send me. I think I got Doxy prep too, but I don't think I never took it. There wasn't no need to. You take Doxy prep after you done laid up with somebody raw, and you might come through there with something itching and scratching. But I showed you, I started popping them pills like I was, and I shouldn't say this because this will make you not get on them. But in my mind, just keeping it real, I was popping them pills like I was a whore, Atlanta whore, slinging ping through the streets, the hedges, the highways, and the byways. I sure will. Not saying those on prep are whores, but I was just doing that because I was like, what is this prophet doing? Later on, found out somebody had got an STD, and they came to me. It was like a month or two later. I said, oh, so it's here. I didn't know if I was going to have a moment of dumbness or what. I started popping. So, ladies and gentlemen, like Darius Cook said, I mean, if you can afford it, just get it. I mean, let's add it to the vitamins you take every day. Or there's one you can get a shot, like once a year or once every 3-4 months. Do that. Protect yourself. You say, well, no, I'm in a monogamous relationship and this person will never. Do you really know that? Do you really know that? If somebody get into their ear real good, listen to me, men and tops. I'm talking about women and bottoms. If somebody get into that ear really good, or somebody they been known before you, or somebody they may view honest just like they view you honest, and they open up their legs and get bust down with a condomless penis. I don't care how much you love that person could be stupider than you, or less cautious, how you want to put it. Let me tell you that. You better protect yourself. Protect yourself, because you don't know what that person do when you sleep. Except you like me, you probably sleep 7 to 8 hours a day. You don't know what they're doing. You do not know. Yeah. All right, so y'all protect your darn self. Let me go find a biscuit to eat on or something. Oh, you can't take me in the middle of the day, only in the morning or in the evening when your mind is relaxed. Okay, I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I don't know. Who just trying to come on my live? I don't know who you are, baby. I'm not letting you on. All right, I think I'm complete. I've said what I needed to say. And pray for those that are in the spotlight. Bruh, it's not easy. We may look at them and possibly even wish to be like them, but you might need to check what you pray for. You don't know what somebody been through to get where they at. And if you want to be like them, God, the universe, all things has ears and starts responding to what they hear from your mouth and your intention and desire. You might be wishing and hoping to be something that you don't have the wherewithal to stand the making or the process or the warfare of that thing you want to be. So you might need to pray a different kind of prayer. All right? Larry, you getting gray hairs. Oh, my whole head is gray. I just shaved this. I have a whole head full of hair. I don't like, my hairline starts back here, which I never liked, which is the reason why I started shaving my head in 1999. And I've been shaving my hair ever since, except for like a year or two, and then I grew my hair out into like little small twists. And then I went right back to shaving my hair. But, I got a whole head full of hair. There's no bald spots. I just shaved it because I think it's a better look for me. All right, see y'all later. I love you. Bye.
The MBN Network is a nonprofit organization based in Atlanta, Georgia. We are a streaming, radio, and ministry network funded by a network of partners that are professionals, technicians, entrepreneurs, and entertainers from around the world. Become a member of Patreon today at patreon.com/Larry Reid Live to gain access to all that the NBN Network has to offer. On Sundays, tune in for prayer, prophecy, and coaching call. Available for Patreon members only. Join in on the morning meditation and prayer call open to the public Monday through Friday. On Monday evenings, catch the digital entertainment news show, Larry Reid Live, as Dr. Reid discusses an array of topics with a raw, humorous, and controversial approach. Get informed and inspired on Tier 2 Tuesdays for Tier 2 Patreon members only. Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the virtual prophets, pastoral counselors, and coaches available for Tier 2 patron members only. Participate in Therapy Thursdays and Financial Fridays for all tiers inside of Patreon only. Saturdays, rest and be with your family. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today. Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangster Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus.